Hello and welcome to Best WP7 Games. Today we're looking at Bouncy Mouse, a game which is deceptively complicated. Well, not complicated, deceptively sophisticated. It's an interesting little game. And I'll just show you. There are 3 worlds that are unlocked, and one that's coming in fall 2011. That's autumn for anyone else who's British. And each world has 10 levels, so there's 30 levels in all. And as you can see, it's a little introductory sequence, we can watch it. There's not a cat over there. And the little mice are happily sleeping. And that evil cat does what all cats do and steals the cheese. Yes. Hey, that's you there, that's Mr. Bouncy Mouse. He's discovered that the giant cheese has been stolen, and he will bounce his way after that evil cat to get his cheese back. So anyway, the plot sets it up as it is a very cute little story. Very simple, works well. As you can see, it's a physics-based sort of, I call it a platformer, though it isn't strictly speaking one, but it works in the same sort of idea, same sort of way. And you're obviously moving between areas. So this is not only elastic, but you are indeed bouncy, as the name suggests, and you will ricochet endlessly. You do actually lose a very small amount of speed with every ricochet. That's not obvious. You'll only notice this if you ever get stuck between 2 walls, at which point you have to wait until eventually the Bouncy Mouse stops moving and then the game restarts you from the last point you're at. As you can see, it's quite a simple concept, which suits the simple graphical style, but it's actually quite challenging. And this is the first level, and it's fairly straightforward. So you don't actually have to pick up all these little bits of cheese. You can see the little yellow things I'm picking up. But if you get 100%, you unlock new unlockables. Nothing important. I currently got the one which makes a little glow appear behind you. And there you go, I punched the cat in the head and stole the cheese back. And I've unlocked a new unlockable. So I'll just go back to the menu. And it took me a while to realise this, but the unlockable's actually hidden at the top of the screen. You scroll up from the top level. So I just equipped that, my new hat. We'll try I think it's the 4th level. Right, so you can see there, my mouse is now wearing his lovely hat. And this level introduces a new thing. The game, your mouse doesn't just bounce, but when sort of you're meeting grassy areas, you will slide along them. So you can, well, as you can see, you sort of, it makes things sound like the hedgehog when you're rolling up and down curved landscapes. But it's the same idea, and you use it to launch yourself along. And again, speed does matter here. If you go too slowly, it won't work properly. Try to show you. Here we go. And into the sea. And when you die, you lose one of those little hearts in the top right. So you have 4 chances. And then you just restart on the last anchor point you're at. So it's not too punishing. If you lose all your lives, then you restart the level. And though the levels are short, that is on the harder levels. As I say, it does get hard. And it actually seems quite severe punishment. Obviously the bees are shooting off the edge of the level will also lose you a life. And hitting a wasp rather, not a bee. Hitting a wasp will also lose you a life. Yeah, I mean that is Bouncy Mouse. It's a very simple concept, but it's nicely done. There's a lot of levels, and there's quite a lot of challenge to be had, especially if you try to get 100%, which, as you can see, I've not been doing. I'll just show you one of the later levels. Again, of this world, and again they get much harder than this. As you can see at this point, there's a lot more hazardous wasps, and they're moving around, so you have to time your jumps as well as aim them correctly. So it's I think 79 pence. It's on the marketplace now, and for your 79 pence, you get quite a lot of content. A very well polished, very cute looking game, which offers a real challenge. I can't help but recommend this. It's a lovely little game. It's a port from an Android game, in case you were wondering. But yeah, it's been ported across very well. It works perfectly with the sort of control scheme, and it's very affordable. More than worth your time.